Let's get E Young Willie in here. E Young Willie.
Hi, Derek. Good
Yes.
morning.
Good morning, sir. E Young, what part of Nigeria are you from?
I'm from the south.
Okay, are you living in the UK or are you living in the US now?
No, I'm living in Nigeria.
You're still in Nigeria. Okay, well, what's on your mind, sir?
Um, I was listening. It's not been long till I came up to the platform, so I have been listening to some of the things you were saying, and I think they were quite outrageous.
Like what?
Because
What did I say that was outrageous, sir?
the issue of white supremacy and the white control over West Africa, something like that. I think
Yeah.
that is not true.
Oh, really?
Uh, yes, yes, and this is my own contribution to that. Um, let's say the West African is our case study for today. All right,
Okay.
all the West African countries are, have their own sovereignty right now. They have their own president from the federal level to the local level. They have black leaders. They have indigenous leaders. They have their own military. They have their own navy. They have their own civil service. All the parastatals and agencies in these African countries are controlled by African people. So I want to know exactly white supremacy, what role the white supremacy playing in our leadership of failure.
Okay.
Because
Got you.
we continue to blame white people for what I am staying in Nigeria. I've lived all my life in Nigeria. I know I'm in the system. I know what it is like.
Mm-hmm.
So we continue to blame white people for the
Okay.
problems in Africa, which is endemic to Africans themselves. We are trying to infantilize Africans. Like we are not even capable of being our own failure. Are we not capable of causing our own failure? Is it that it must be white people? It
Okay.
is a different perspective. Derek, unless you are living in Nigeria or in Africa, you will never understand the problems. We are looking at
Oh,
it from
oh,
an external point.
okay. You gonna keep babbling, or we gonna get to the nitty gritty? What we doing?
No, I'm done. I'm done. I will allow you to speak now.
Okay. First, your country, Nigeria, was named by Flora Shaw. That's a white woman, Lady Lagarde. It was named by a white woman,
All right.
colonized by a white country. All of West Africa was colonized by white European countries. All of it.
All
Okay.
right.
Got it?
Yeah.
When they gave you, you said that you got your own presidents and all of that stuff. Listen, the independence is just on paper. In the 1960s, that's when a lot of those African nations started to get their independence based on what we were doing here, based on the civil rights movement. We were turning up over here and we were getting the world to turn up and get their independence. But a lot of people, a lot of you guys got your independence on paper. What they would do, they would say, hey, we'll let you run things, wink, wink. But what they started to do was put puppet leaders to run your countries. And they still control the finances there. And they control the trade. The white supremacists control all of the resources there. When you name the oil companies and refineries, the white companies own those. The diamond mines out there in Africa, the white companies own those. And the Chinese now, the gold companies, the white people own that. So they control the natural resources there. They control the puppet leaders. And when one of those puppet leaders say, hey, I don't want to be controlled by the white supremacists anymore, like Mugabe and Idi Amin, then they have to go into exile or something like that. They topple them or get somebody to kill them. Go get a book called The Jackal. Um, I forgot what the name of the book was, the full name, but there's a book about these jackals. They send these European trained agents to these African countries to basically kill people who don't go along with the program. So they control Africa directly and indirectly. So they'll put a black face on white supremacy, but that doesn't negate the fact that it's still white supremacy, sir. And that's what y'all get tripped up about over there. Y'all think because all of the poverty and degradation and all the corruption has a black face on it, it must be just black ineptness. But it's really the white supremacists that's orchestrating the things from behind the scenes. That's what y'all got to get hip to, sir. Does that make sense?
Well, from what you just said, that is a lot of assumption. I lots of it.
It's a
You are
lot of what? It's a lot.
you are you you are making assumption. These claims you are making are not. You cannot even verify them, Derek.
Really,
Yes,
dude.
you cannot verify these claims.
Do y'all know how many African leaders that then got killed by really trying to do something for the people? Who do you think orchestrates their murders?
Well, let's say Nigerian leadership because
Patrice
I'm in.
Lumumba. I mean,
Listen, I'm
sir,
in
who do
Nigeria. I'm in Nigeria. We are going to use either a region, a particular country as a case study. I'm in Nigeria right now. Which of the Nigerian leader do you think were killed by the whites since our independence in 1960?
oh man, there was so many African leaders that were killed over there. Um, I'm trying to think in Nigeria in particular. I know people like, well, we know Patrice Lumumba. Uh,
No, there's some East African shit.
I know, know, I,
Let's all right. Let me
um,
give you a brief
Mende Ben
short.
Barka, over there in the Congolese, Pierre Muley over there in the Congolese rebel. Yeah, Felix Roland Mumbi in Cameroon. So a lot of those leaders over there in parts of Africa, when they don't go along with the program, they get taken the hell up out of there. Hell, Gaddafi, Muammar Gaddafi, they took him up out of there. You dig? So it's not really assumption, sir. The problem is
That
they start inserting some of the puppet leaders over there in the West African countries, and them niggas play ball with white supremacy. They don't want to mess it up. They know what an ass whooping is like, so they go along with the corruption, sir. That's why y'all never
Derek,
have
Derek,
popping.
the case study was Nigeria, and listen. Let me help you out since you don't know any Nigerian leader that were killed by white people or white supremacy and all of that shit. Listen, so at this point, if you are going to still relegate this uh, history as some sort of white supremacy shit, they are taking accountability from black people.
Sir,
Right?
y'all
We
have
are also
sir, y'all have a big giant ass statue of white Jesus in Nigeria, sir. And you're saying that I'm talking about white supremacy ain't a problem over there?
what the big statues of white Jesus is the Catholic church that erected it. It is a private Catholic church already exists in most parts of the world. There are Catholic churches there. So if a church or decides to put up a statue for themselves, it's none of our business. They decided to do
What
it
you none
themselves.
of your business, fool? What do you just talk about how y'all run things over there, and it's all run by you, so the white people can put up a big ass white Jesus, and it's none of
They,
your
they,
business in your
they
country.
did not,
What kind of shit is that?
a church. Who funds that program? It was a church. An
That's your
individual
country.
member. How
Y'all
do
run
you
it back,
equate?
but the white people can go erect a big ass white Jesus up there, and that
They
is
did
none of
not.
our business,
The church, black churches did, and there are so many black churches in your community as well. Black churches in
dude.
Africa.
Dude,
Li-
we're
Listen,
13% of the population. You're 99% of the population, and a big ass white Jesus is up there. You talking about that ain't none of your business.
who put up the white? Who put up the statue of white Jesus? Who did?
You tell me. Y'all running
I'm
things. Y'all
telling.
let it
I
go
did.
up. Y'all
Listen,
let it go up.
I'm telling you right now that the statue being put up it was by the church, the local church.
But
It
y'all
has
let it go up though. What you talking about? You talking about this the church? So the church is running things over there. The white church,
what white church?
dude. So you mean it's the black folks put up a white Jesus, right?
They put the statue of Jesus in their own church. How is it any of our business? Are
Dude,
we going
it
to
is
tell them
because there's a big giant statue, which is a tourist attraction in the middle of damn Nigeria. In a black ass nation, there's a big giant white Jesus statue there, sir. And you're trying to say that white supremacy is not a problem in your homeland?
if this is what you consider white a problem of white supremacy, then it's kind of ridiculous because
Lord.
that statue has nothing to do with the way Africans, the way the Nigerian government is being
Yes,
run.
oh yes, it does. It speaks
It
volume.
does. It does.
Yes,
It
it
just is. Listen, the project were funded by the local church. You know how religious people
does.
are.
Now, sir.
You know that, right?
Sir, you're
You know
just
that.
back. All
No,
right.
that
All right.
that
Thank you so much. I don't want to hear tether babble. All right, because they'll just babble nonstop. They don't have anything but babble. When you point these things out, ooh, what Jesus don't mean nothing, nigga. Just, you can keep moving the goalpost around as much as you can, dude. They are not gonna fight no white supremacy. Well, this is what this is about. When you talk about white supremacy, notice the tethers get offended. Why are you talking about white supremacy, nigga? No, don't say that. Leave white mommy, white daddy alone. They hate when we go in on white mommy, white daddy, family. That's what this is. They don't like us going after the white supremacists. You know why? The white supremacists are gods to these niggas. See, that's what he was trying to avoid saying when I was talking about the white Jesus statue. What he really wanted to say is, yes, it's accurate, nigga. What are you saying? White daddy? White Jesus daddy? That is accurate, nigga. What is your problem? That's what he wanted to say. How dare you talk about our accurate statue of white daddy? Yeah? They're not going to fight white supremacists. That's why, have y'all been over there and seen how they act when white people show up? All the dancing is insane. When white people show up, boy, they let me get the kente cloths. Or let me get some seashells and shea butter. I have to perform. It's performing time. They get to doing the traditional dance. Bale umbuaye, babe umbuaye, babe umbuaye, babe alhamya, babe umbuaye, babe alhamya, bumaye, babe umbuaye. They get it in. They be harmonizing and shit. They all jump in. It be like 40 niggas pop out of nowhere. Humne la bumaye, humne la bumaye, humne la bumaye, humne la bumaye, humne la bumaye. They be getting it in when some white people show up, nigga. They show out. It becomes a performance. It becomes the Lion King on ice, nigga. Move, nigga. There's some white tourists. Hamne nambunai. Hamne nambunai. The little kids be in it. Hamne nambunai. Hamne nambunai. Oh, they be getting it in with the little bare feet tap dancing. Hamne nambunai. Black Alpha Network, hop on, man.
The Lion King on ice, damn. Hey, that man was having a tether temper tantrum.
Yes, he was, boy.
Brother, I think the name of the book that you mentioned is Confessions of an Economic Hitman. That's all I want to say, brother.
Thank you. That's right. Thank you so much. That's the name of the book. Very good book. I haven't read it in years. I need to polish up on it. But yeah, Confessions of an Economic Hitman. Very good book that talks about how the European powers send jackals, that's what they call them, into these African nations to destabilize them. They offer them money and they give them loans. And when they can't pay the loans, they go in there and just jack everything up. They fund militia groups to go topple governments. All of that stuff is orchestrated by the white supremacists. Go get that book, Economics of Economic Hitman, Confessions of an Economic Hitman. But thank you, Black Alpha. Very good book. That was the name of the book. I got to see if I got a copy. The book has been out for a long time, but Confessions of an Economic Hitman. Very deep book. I'm breaking down how the Western powers, the CIA, they will send in these people to assassinate African leaders who don't get on the ball. They go in there and topple their governments. They spread diseases. They create artificial famines. They just do everything behind the scenes to orchestrate chaos and turmoil over there. And I mean, this all well documented. And this dude, that's all assumptions, nigga. Don't say that about white people. They would never do that. Yes, they would, dude. Yeah, they would. Lord, man. Let's get